This video is brought to you by Battle-Tested Film Gear for all your tips, tricks, tutorials, and tools. Check us out, battletestedfilmgear.com. Hey everybody, Cameron Randall here. I wanted to jump on this video right away. It was announced about 2 hours ago. Well, it was probably announced today, this afternoon, but CES started today. I was planning on going, but it just didn't end up happening. But Panasonic announced their new addition to the Lumix family, the GH4. And what does that bring to us? It brings us 4K, which is pretty cool. Now the rumors were such that people were thinking it was going to be around $4,000, you know, a little bit more bigger price tag than what the Lumix series has done in the past. They thought it was going to be a bigger form factor, kind of a C300 kind of a thing. But what is really awesome is they released some pictures of the unit itself, of the camera, and it stays to the nice GH Lumix series as a small compact camera in 4K. Now, obviously I don't have one, but here's the lovely GH3. So it's basically a GH3 body, still Micro Four Thirds, but it has a 4K ability to capture 4K in it, which is awesome. Now I don't know the specs as far as bit depth. I don't know if it's 10-bit, 8-bit, 422, etc., etc., but it's definitely got the ability to capture the high-res 4K stuff. I'm guessing it's a higher bit depth to it, so that the images aren't, you know, just limited to what the 8-bit stuff, which is something we'll talk about in a second here. But now, why is that exciting? Exciting for a couple reasons. Now, first off, I'm a Red owner. I've been shooting 4K for a long time, and I use it for two different reasons. I use it in the kind of commercial and marketing world, the 4K format, and we also use it in the feature world. The third format would be the visual effects world. So visual effects loves the high resolutions because it gives us room to play, more resolution to work with when it comes to doing keying and effects and things like that. Effects really like resolution when you're doing compositing and whatnot. In the film world, it's always good to master to the largest format you can, so you have flexibility in post to some people get really picky about this, that they use it as a crutch, they say. I just kind of use it as a tool. We can reframe a shot, or if, you know, for the lower budget stuff, we need to just go fast. Sometimes you can get away with not shooting the extra coverage you wanted to, and you can just pop in on the frame. Now that's, you don't want to rely on that. That's kind of a cheating way to do it, because it doesn't look the same. But it's a good way to get the shot if you can't absolutely have it. The other thing in the commercial world, in the kind of corporate world, is that using the 4K really helps speed along a project, especially nowadays where things are so scaled down. You know, clients, they don't have as much budget, they expect more out of it, etc., etc. I used to always, I take it back, I still always have 3 or 4 cameras with me on set whenever we're doing a project, but sometimes you don't have either the operators or the time to run around and set them all up, or the space to have multiple cameras. So I use the Scarlett all the time. And if it's a smaller shoot, it's just me, I try and strip it down to really basic DSLR kind of form factor. And I'll shoot 4K, I'll shoot it kind of wide. Now you have to really make sure that things are in focus. And then in post, when I edit this marketing video, I'll jump in and out of the 4K frame like I have 2 cameras, a tight and a wide shot, and that really helps kind of give some flexibility to the really straightforward marketing stuff that people want to do when it comes to doing web videos or something like that. So there's a lot of exciting things going on with the 4K. Coming out of the Lumix body, we know that the image is going to look awesome. We don't know that, but we are assuming it is, because all the GX series look great. You know, we have the GH2, which obviously I love this camera, especially hacked. It has a really good image to it. But I shot a film on 2 of these. It was before the hack was out. GH3 has been an amazing camera. I just can't say enough about how exciting it is to have the option of a 4K capture system in such a small form factor, and it's pretty much a complete camera system, which is a little bit different from the Blackmagic camera, especially the pocket camera, Even the larger one, it's less of a camera system than the GH is right off the bat. Now we'll see how it works for 4K. Obviously, your memory cards are going to be used up very fast, and you're going to have to be using the highest end ones. And there's some new ones coming out which are really fast and really big, which are nice, but they're pricey right now. Also, battery life. We'll see how long the battery life on the GH3 will. I mean, the battery lasts forever. I mean, sometimes I wonder, it's like, now, am I really capturing it because I haven't run out of batteries? The other thing too, it has decent onboard audio. This is all kind of run and gun commercial stuff, which, if you're doing something more high-end, let's say like a feature or cinematic with it, you want to make sure you have all these other systems, like a redundant audio system, or making sure you have extra, batteries, monitoring, etc., etc. But when I just need to get something done for YouTube, or really straightforward marketing piece for a company when they don't have a lot of budget or time, this camera does a really, really good job, because you can throw whatever lenses you want on it. This camera does a really good job with the autofocus. Not that I use autofocus that much, but sometimes when you don't have a lot of time, you can just throw it on full auto. It'll get the really good basic documentary kind of feel. It'll capture the image. Onboard LCD works great if you don't want to be really big and have it inside a rig with your LCD on it. The cards, it'll shoot for a long time. So there's some really, really cool things going on with the Lumix series. Oh, and the best part is the price point. Panasonic has stuck to kind of their I don't want to say their theory, but their pricing scheme, and it says, at least Engadget said, it was going to be $2,000 or less. The GH3 body was, I think, $1,200 when it first came out. The GH2, I think it was $800 for the body. They had a little kit for, I think, $1,100 that came with the kit lens, not this lens obviously, kit lens and some batteries and stuff like that for, I think it was $1,200. So they've always had a really good price on these cameras, really good functionality. Now, all you full frame sensor guys, you're thinking like, why do I care? I'm having 4K, but I'm stuck on this tiny micro four thirds sensor. We'll see how big the sensor actually is on the GH4. I'm not sure how big it is. The GH2 is a or it's like a double crop factor. And the GH3 is just a little bit smaller than that. So I'm guessing it's going to be around a double crop factor. But depending on the lens systems that you're running, a really great solution is the Metabone Speed Booster. I'm waiting, I've called them up and I'm waiting for, they said they're working on a Canon EOS mount, which will be awesome, which means all the lenses I've invested in for my 75D and then the Scarlett, I can move over to the Micro Four Thirds. I mean, I can already use it right now, but it basically just doubles it. So you have to have some really wide lenses to get the kind of the medium normal shots. Having said that, if you're also running the Lumix series lenses, these guys will make any Micro Four Thirds camera system work great. These are great lenses. I love them. They're fast. Wish they're a little faster than a 2.8, but they still, I've never had a complaint for what they've done. So I've talked a lot, rambled a lot, but GH4, 4K, I can't wait to hear the more details about the bit depth and the color space, the stop range, dynamic range, what we can be expecting there. And it's just exciting to have these technology really, really progress to something that's even more useful across the board when it comes to cinematic stuff, commercial stuff, etc., which makes it easier to kind of get the stuff that you need. And yeah, good job, Panasonic, and I can't wait to, release is going to be February sometime, so we'll keep an eye out for that, and I'm going to save my pennies. Catch you guys later.